Welcome back to my channel. It's Milana here. Lately, I have received so many of my manifestations, living in this gorgeous home being one of them. It's really caused me to be existential. I mean, I've always been a very existential person, if I'm even saying that right. I've always thought so much about like, who am I and why are we here? What are we doing here? What is everyone's purpose? What is my purpose? Like, how do I live a life that I am fulfilled by? You know, all of those deep questions. And spirituality has been such a beautiful portal for me to get those answers for myself and to feel fulfilled and like live a life with purpose and depth and sovereignty and joy and all those things. But I will say it's definitely a journey. And it's an up and down journey, and I definitely go through phases where I feel like I'm more aligned and I'm more tapped into that feeling of like, I love who I am, I love my life, I know what I'm doing here, I know who I am, like all those things. And then I go through other phases where I'm like, does anything I do matter? Am I good at anything? Am I living my life's purpose? Am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing with my life? You know, all those things. And I just want to bring awareness and attention to this because it's so human, right? It's so real. We all feel this way, especially I think like people who are on the spiritual journey, who are on the spiritual path. We tend to be people who like are deep thinkers. We're old souls and we want to experience the most out of life. Like we came here to experience it all. And I just want you to know, like, you're not alone when you go through those waves of doubt or of confusion or questioning or of loneliness, because that's the human experience. And ironically, I think that that's also a big part of why we're here, is to experience feeling separated from our creator, from our soul, from like knowing who we are and our purpose and like the truths of the universe. I think that before we come here, like we know all of that so well, and we're like, I kind of want to experience forgetting so that I can remember and like feel that thrill of remembering and of waking up to it. So anyways, as I've gotten so many of my manifestations and like everything in my life is going so well, I've been reflecting on like, well, what do I want next? And what does this next season of my life look like? Because I keep having proof that we create our reality. I mean, this view is just like the icing on the cake, and I freaking love cake, specifically the icing. It's the best part of the cake. So yeah, I've been thinking about what I want in my next chapter, and I was also, I'm gonna be so for real with you, I was feeling a lot of, yeah, I mean, I've already said it, but questioning of things and triggered. And part of that I think was from my horseback riding accident that I got in a few weeks ago. And I got injured pretty badly. Luckily, like I don't think I broke anything, but it was triggering because I was doing something that I love, that is my outlet. It's like where my soul is so happy and free, galloping on a horse. And then like it was such a terrifying accident and I got so hurt, and then I wasn't able, like I was literally like in bad pain for days. And normally I'm like so active. I go to Pilates every day. I go horseback riding like 2 or 3 times a week. Yeah, all these things. So I was just like forced to be in my bed and to be in pain. And I wasn't like making content. I even took a week off of coaching. So I was just like not really doing stuff. And I was like, what am I doing here? Like just questioning it all. And I had this download that a big reason we come to Earth is to experience pain. And like when I actually had it as a vision, and I was like, what? Why would we come to Earth to experience pain? That doesn't make any sense. Like, most of us in life do whatever we can to avoid pain. That's like a huge motivation for why we do things, is to avoid pain, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, whatever. But And if you have any thoughts on this, please comment below, because I'd love to hear your thoughts on it, because it's kind of a newish concept to me. But I've been thinking about it a little bit, and it's like, I hate certain movies, like The Truman Show, the Barbie movie, these movies where it showcases a world that is like very flat, very one-dimensional, very simulation-like, and where everything is perfect. And like there's no pain, there's no struggle, whatever. Like those creep me out so much. And it's probably because on a soul level, my soul resonates with having the human experience, which means it's a dynamic journey. It's not meant to be one-dimensional and like happy and perfect all the time. We're supposed to have pain. Like if we're not on earth, we don't have a body. We're a spirit. We're an aura. So we come here to experience what it's like to have a body. That includes the sensation of touch, of like holding hands. It also includes the sensation of getting your body banged into a fence and like thrown off a horse. And it's painful, but for some reason we want to experience that. So anyways, yeah, those are some of my thoughts. And this morning I took myself on a walk in the downtown where I live, just like along the main road, and I walked through the farmer's market and I hung out at a couple different coffee shops. I just wanted to like immerse myself in the world, because it's, especially now that I live in this incredible house, it's really easy for me to just like stay in my house all the time, but then I'm like, I need to get out and like talk to people and whatever and like experience the world. But I wrote in my journal, I think we forget our soul is here to experience. We want to create, become, and get things to feel like enough. But I think the purpose of being a human on earth is to be a human on earth, to fall in love with life, to taste the fresh air and cool breeze, to connect with others, to let go, to have fun, to learn the lessons, to be inspired, to create from joy. And then I have some notes on like what I was writing about a conversation that I was overhearing at the coffee shop, which is fun. Yeah, as I'm creating my next chapter, I'm simultaneously loving the chapter that I'm in. And I don't want to be creating from a space of lack, of like sadness or desperation or like wanting things to be different. I want to create from a space of, I already love my life so much. Let's experience even more. Literally everything in my life I have because I've manifested it. And this is something I've been thinking about too, is that your current life is simply a manifestation from who you were in the past. Everything you have in your life right now, like you manifested. So if you recently decided like you want something new or something different, but you don't have it in your reality yet, that is simply because who you're being now creates your experience in the future. So if you have a new dream, a new vision, new goal, and it's not here yet, don't worry. It's going to arrive. It's going to come. Don't beat yourself up over that, because your current life is a reflection of what you were manifesting in the past. I have a note in here. I manifested a life where I can be pretty alone. But now I want to manifest a life where I have more social connection every day. I interact with fun, cool people I enjoy being with. Maybe it's working on projects or simply having fun. Maybe both. And I'll share some things I'm manifesting for the next chapter in my life. Daily social connection for my soul. Yeehaw, giddy up. Surfing, shredding, and having fun. I went to the surf contest, like a World Surf League contest, and watched all the top surfers in the world competing, and it was so cool and so inspiring. And I used to be obsessed with surfing, like obsessed. It was like all I lived for. About 10 years ago, and like I've fallen out of it because like when I became an adult and was like working, I just like didn't make the time to surf, and then I never really got back into it. But I want to do it more. Like it's so fun. Horseback riding more, meditating more, having fun with my work, more travel and adventure. You heard it here first. For literally like the last year and a half, I was saying I need to chill on the travel because I was traveling like every month, which is something that I had wanted and was manifesting. But then it got to a point where I was like, bruh, I need to like be at home and I want to work and I want to enjoy the town I live in. And now I'm feeling a little bit of that itch. Like I want to see the world again and experience new things. So we'll see. It's kind of funny though, because last summer I literally spent like 3 weeks in Europe, and then like immediately after I was home for like a day or two, and then I went to Hawaii for like another week. So anyways, although what I'm manifesting, like I don't really want to go to Europe yet again, but I want to do more tropical vacations. I'm thinking like Indonesian islands, Fiji, Maldives, you know, these like super tropical, exotic places. I want to go there because I've been going to Hawaii a lot, which I also realized recently. I had put that in one of my mind movies. I go to Hawaii. I surf in Hawaii often. I put that in one of my mind movies, and guys, I'm not kidding you. I've gone like almost every month for the last like 5-6 months. It's getting a little bit ridiculous. Like literally people are asking if I moved there, and I'm like, no, but should I? No, I don't think I should move to Hawaii. TBD. Oh, I also want to create more content documenting my life, my thoughts, my journaling, my whereabouts, because I feel like I don't really make a ton of content documenting my life and my lifestyle. I make a lot of like videos about personal development and spirituality and all that stuff, but I was like, my life is pretty cute. It's pretty adorable. The places I go to, the things I do. I just feel a little bit self-conscious when I'm out and about. Like, I don't really want to whip out my phone and be filming myself a lot. That's why I tend to have just like short little clips of me. I'm not just like, here I am out on the town. Like, I don't know, but maybe I need to just be a little bit more bold and do that. So that's kind of what I'm tuning into for my next phase of life. And then I also journaled this list of words of like, I guess like inspiration words. They're not exactly feelings, but just words that I want to live. I want to live these words. Creative, expressive, fun, inspired, flow, excited, connected, social, adventure, new, love, and full. So yeah, and also I think a key for manifesting your dream life, maybe right now you're like, I'm kind of frustrated with my life or with certain things in my life, like, and manifestation isn't really working. I think one of the keys to manifesting your dreams is to fall in love with your current life and to celebrate your current life. And I know that that can be so hard when your current life sucks. Trust me, I know, I've been there. I've been in that situation many times, where even on the manifestation journey, where I was like, I wish so badly I could change these certain things about my circumstances. Like my living situation was one of the things that I was so frustrated with. Like, I used to live in this nasty house, but it was like all that I could afford. And I was like, how am I supposed to be grateful for this? And then I was like, Milana, you have a roof over your head. Even if the roof is unfinished on the inside and there's all this exposed like AC ducts and your dog ate your closet door and the drywall is unfinished, like, you have a roof over your head. You have shelter. You have a bed to sleep on every night that's comfy and cozy. And you always have food. And you have a place to take a shower and go to the bathroom, even if it's a nasty, tiny little bathroom. And I love having a nice bathroom so much because I take a long time to get ready at night and in the morning. I just like love self-care with like baths, showers, tons of skincare, face masks, just like all the beauty things. It just makes me feel so peaceful and at home. So it was a really big struggle for me when I lived in a nasty, crappy, like falling apart house. But, you know, I found things to be grateful for in that season of my life. And honestly, I feel like it was when I was celebrating and being thankful for my life and my circumstances that my circumstances started to change rapidly, where I started getting new opportunities, making more money, and things like I would meet the right people, I'd be talking to the right person at the right time for things to align. And that's not to say that you have to be like so in love with your life, that there's nothing you hate, that there's nothing you would change. That's not the case at all. You just have to be more in love with your life. You have to be more grateful for the things that you have. And then you start upregulating into a new vibration where you attract something that you are more grateful for, that you love more. It can be so discouraging with manifestation to think like, oh, I have to believe in my dreams and my future all the time. I have to have no doubts. I have to be grateful and happy all the time, living in the highest vibration 24/7 in order to manifest my dreams. That's not the case at all, okay? It's simply you want to start being more grateful, more in love with life, more in love with your circumstances, and that will help you manifest. I've manifested so many things that part of me was like, I can't effing believe I manifested that. Like sometimes I'm like, oh, of course I got that. And other times I'm like, what the fuck? What? Like, I had a lot of doubt even while I manifested it. So you don't have to be 100% believing in it all the time. But anyways, I hope you loved this video. Comment your thoughts below. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.